people, come back to the Fix. It's boy Nara here with Ari, and we have a whole city in the building. But before we get to that, we have to say big ups to our sponsors. Ethiopia Life Herbals or Cannabis and Culture combined for one of a kind experience. You can visit them at 10A West Kings House Road, just across from Canadian Embassy. Also, you can follow them on Instagram at Ethiopia Life or visit their webpage at ethiopialife.com for the latest info on strains and merch. This video is also brought to you by Pure24, pure natural supplements designed to enhance the body and mind. They make supplements affordable, effective, and easy to use. You can visit their website at pure24store.com. Their product ship all across the world. I don't know, so you can use that promo code The Fix to get 50% off all purchases. That's promo code The Fix to get 50% off all purchases.
There you go.
As I said, people, we have a whole city in the building. Do you catch that reference? Ville? Get the reference? Big singer in the building, though, people. Daville.
Yes, sir. It's a pleasure, man.
But the thing is, it's like you live a foreign.
Yeah.
So you've been away for so long. And we read that you got baptized recently.
Sin.
So how is that going though? Are you still a Christian? I don't know.
Yeah,
Backsliding going on?
No backsliding not going.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Thing is this, the thing about when you're a man of the kingdom or anybody from the kingdom, I mean, everybody have their own different take on what it should be. My take is just having my close relationship with God, you know what I mean, and doing what He wants me to do. See me? So I know a lot of times people will want to come and say, well, you shouldn't be doing this, you should be doing that. That's not your place to do that when it comes to me. Because I don't really take talking from no man when it comes to me and my God and my relationship with Him. My thing comes straight from the source.
So let's just go back into that. Like, it was last year, 2021, right?
Yeah.
Pandemic. What was the impetus for you to make that decision? Like,
But I want to tell you, I make a decision a long time. It's just I'm going to re-up again, you know?
Oh.
As the man say, backsliding going. Yeah, I look at things like that going stick. I never really walk the straight and narrow like I should be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because when you're in my kind of lifestyle, it's very difficult to do that. You know, but I just felt like, my voice is a anointing to me because it was given to me by God. I never really got school for it or pick it up or I learn it from somewhere. You get me? That was a gift from God, and I just felt like I needed to get back under that anointing for me, for my blessings to continue to flow, and for my voice to be used in the way that He wants me to use it. You get me? It's no longer about me; it's about what He wants me to do with it. You see me?
Yeah.
She's right.
Yeah.
So when was the first time, by the way?
Huh?
When was the first time?
First time was a couple of years ago, actually. You know what I mean? But then.
Couple of years ago, meaning when?
Okay, to be exact, about prior to me doing that over a year ago, I think a year before that, I did it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But then when I did it, still, I never walked the straight and whenever I abide by the rules and the regulation of what a kingdom man is supposed to be abiding by. You get me? You know what I mean? And, being a married man to a father of two wonderful kids, I mean, I wanted to set an example for my kids too as well, because of the way that I grew up into not a household with mommy and daddy.
Right.
I want to make sure that my household have that. You get me? And a part of me committing to that is committing to God Almighty Himself to help me to navigate that, because it's a difficult thing to navigate unless you're walking under the Holy Ghost,
Right. Because most dancehall artists, especially that we know of, like when they transform or transition into this phase, and them like it's always something dramatic, some serious I guess for them they say spiritual warfare that they're entangling with that caused them to make this transition. So was that the case for you, or you're just like I just want to change now?
Listen, the business have a way of throwing certain things on you or at you, and them says the norm. I was just tired of the norm.
So like what?
Like what?
Yeah.
Jeez, bitch, I'm gonna get real with the thing.
Why not?
Okay, well, I mean, for example, when it comes down to having a whole bunch of different women.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? And indulging into certain things. You feel me? Infidelities, and it's been many years, you know, from school days, we have gone with them something, but then when we get into the music, the thing turn up.
Especially with your nice
You get me?
voice.
Imagine.
You understand? It's very difficult to walk the street and all about that, you know, I mean, I will have one girl I read, but then when you come say, look around again, there comes another one, you know? And yes, one more time, you know? One more time, turn 50 more time, 100 more time, and you're like, okay, all of a sudden you're up on this spiral.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? On a wheel, you can't stop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then something has to give. You know, I fought myself an amazing woman and realized that she's not going to put up with certain things. And if I wanted to keep her and to maintain the kind of family lifestyle I want to maintain, then I had to make some changes in my life.
I've asked you because news did come out, say like, when you have some altercation or so. Was any of this the impetus for that? Like, what you talk about though?
What do you mean? I don't understand.
Like there was, I think I remember there being news of you and your wife having
well, yeah, we're going to
altercation.
something now. I'm going to fix that right now, cause
Yeah.
I'm no longer with that lady, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man, me. You know, I changed out, you know, extra gear, different gear. You know what I mean? You know, we moved from 2-speed and we're going at 6-speed now. You
It's
know
a common misconception, no? Like people still have it, say you're still with.
Yeah, and I'm not with her, you know, because we had our thing and things went down and then stuff hit the fan and everything blew up.
Yeah.
You get me? So during that moment, I just live my life and I do my thing. I travel the world and decide, so okay, you know, I was in Hawaii and I was doing some shows there, and then on my way back I had some shows in Portland, Oregon, and there she was, you know what I mean? We just met and we were friends. The next thing you know, I wasn't even looking because I decided to say, I'm not settle down for many years to come. I just do my thing, but God have different plans, you know?
Which is right.
Yeah, man.
This is your current wife now?
Yeah, man, my current wife right now, you know what I mean?
How much years?
Well, we're going 8 years.
Okay.
Nice.
18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. No, we
Baby, can't like me.
yeah, because we've been together since 2013.
Okay.
You see me, but since we're married, we got married in 2018.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
4 years.
Yeah, man. So 4 years. You get me?
Very nice.
But been together a couple of years before that to dig. Yeah,
So
man.
she's a Christian as well? So it
Yeah,
was
man.
just
She,
easy.
you know what I mean? From Big Daddy goes, so you know, she followed the thing because she understand what had to be done. You feel me? Yeah.
And it was important, as you say, it was important for you to be that family man. And
Yeah,
you
man.
thought that you couldn't be the family man without being baptized.
No, well, that's not only it still, because you have to understand this. When I was younger, I had an amazing relationship with God. You know, I used to walk and talk with him, and you know what I mean, all these
I
wonderful
read that
things.
you grew up with your grandma.
Yeah,
so was
man.
that a case?
Yes,
too?
because she was when it comes to church, my grandmother was very strict
Religious,
with that. Every
yeah.
Sunday we have to left and go to church. You know what I mean? St. Peter Clever, we have to did it every Sunday, you know what I mean? And then during that period I had this amazing relationship, but as I got older I kind of got distant from that. You get me? And then you get into the lifestyle of the music, and then you move even further. You know what I mean? I want to pray no more, and you really feel like I don't think you need to the master no more and all these wonderful things what you should be doing. You know, and I felt like God had his hands on me. And then once I started to depart from his presence, when he wanted me in his presence, you know, in voice kind of get muffled. You feel me? And I needed to get back to that, to hear him clearer like I used to before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I had to get back under his cover, you know?
So is it much better now? Like in
Yeah,
terms
man,
of-
we have some money, yeah, man.
Yeah.
All these wonderful things going on right now. And because of him, it's not me. You know what I mean? He might navigate the thing because honestly, I had no intention to. I didn't know that when I dropped this on the first single, Happy, that it would be getting the fanfare it's getting. I didn't know that when I put the video out for that, and then the video out and the song for Every Time It Rains, it would bring me to Jamaica here to be even on your program. I watched the program a lot from abroad. Seriously, you
thank
know.
you.
So it's a great program, by the way. Let me just tell you that,
you.
guys. You're
Give
doing
thanks.
tremendous work, you know.
Thank you.
So
It's all about you right now.
no, I'm just telling you, I have to give, you know what I mean? Props when you're doing something, you know what I mean? That is great. So I didn't know all of this was going to happen. I had no intention to do any of this, but God said, yo, do it. I'm going to start do it.
Yeah.
So
So was
Speaking
it
of
a-
though, like we've heard your new single Happy.
Yeah,
So
Every
how does
Time
that,
It
and
Rains.
Every Time It Rains, of course, a cover.
Yeah.
So how does your relationship with God now affect your music making? Because you listen to the songs and they pretty much sound like the songs that
we
you've
know.
been making.
Yeah.
And
So it's not
Because-
a major transition.
Well, here we are going from morning still. we are sing a certain type of songs.
Yeah.
I'm very careful now with what comes out of my mouth and what comes into my song. And every time it rains, and it's great that I've been singing certain type of song from morning because it's still under the cover of God himself, because who's the author of love? God is the author of love. And if you look in the book, there's an entire scripture, entire portion dedicated to the shape of a woman and a woman's bosom.
That Solomon?
Yeah.
I not know the Bible.
I think,
Sorry,
yeah.
let me come out
But,
to people.
but if you look into it, you will see that. Go into the Bible, you see it.
Yeah.
You see me? So, I'm not saying anything where it's not of God.
Yeah, it's always been like good, clean.
Yeah, man.
love
God
music.
created all things, brother. But I just man try to twist it and
Corrupt
make
it.
it and corrupt it. You get me? I said to you, so as long as I think not corrupt it, I'm good.
Yeah. So, because as Nara said, that your songs aren't much like it's not a big leap for you to the Christian music, and I guess that's most people thought. Like once you baptized now, oh my God, you're gonna be a gospel artist.
That's an exchange too, because we're doing some of that now that we never used to do before.
Okay.
But I don't call whenever I do something like that, I don't call it gospel. I call it kingdom music, because mine is a bit different. I kind of keep my flavor, my way, my style. You know what I mean? Because some people tend that, okay, you have a blueprint for that. So because I'm now a Christian, let me go do exactly what Papa San doing and what Stitch is doing. And I love what they're doing, but I have to give my contribution to the kingdom. You know what I mean? And my thing is just different. Man, their thing is great, don't get me wrong. Yeah. But this is just me. You know, what make me feel comfortable and what God speak to me and basically inspire me to do. Yeah. I dream about music, you know? Yeah.
I'm wondering how much of that though is business motivated, because you must have garnered quite a big fan base doing the type of love songs. You don't have to just completely switch it up and go gospel. I'm sure probably some of them would have feel alienated and say, yo, David, we love
No, you're wrong again.
The love making
songs. I'm not gone completely gospel.
Yeah. No, I'm saying like probably, that's what I asked, if it was business motivated to not go completely that route.
No, never. Never at any point. You know what I mean? I'm a happy man in the kingdom. You see me? And again, I move according to how God speak to me to move. You know, and certain things are clear. If I'm not comfortable or I'm not really too keen on certain things, I take it to the elders them. For example, the video for Happy and Every Time It Rains. Those videos were shot over a year ago. But the funny thing is this, I wasn't comfortable with certain things in the video that I had previously, because the video was shot before I got rebaptized.
Okay.
So when the video I'm shot now, there's certain things in the video like
what?
I talk about cleavage and one bag of thing. Big man thing, man. I tell you. See? So now there I am now, spend all this money and do these two wonderful videos, and now we're gonna get baptized and compromise the videos.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? There's one thing I'm sure of. Them two videos, now I go to the road. If I have to scrap them and lose the money, so be it, because I'm not gonna compromise my integrity with the Holy Spirit. You see me, just because I try to make money, and just because I want people to see to a video and go, the likes them go up.
Yeah.
I call the video editor and say, the word them thing, I go through the video and timestamp every little area I need to go and fix and take out.
Okay.
Him couldn't do it, so I go find somebody else to do it.
Wow. Okay.
You get me? And it cost me even more again to get it done, until they get to a point and I make sure I clear it to the elder them, my pastor and them people, and make sure so the thing good. Them give me the nod, my wife give me the nod, so I'm good.
So is it such a, it's not difficult really when you like if it's a church concert and they sing Always on My Mind and the songs that we're accustomed to from Daville, it's okay to sing, right?
Of course.
Oh, okay.
Of course.
Because even coming on the editing and I guess but you're saying is the cleavage and something like
the
that
video me I talk about. Now the song them know when I sing certain things.
Yeah.
You get me? I said,
you weren't even
you weren't doing that in the first place. In the earlier part of my career, I try run competition with the Beedemans and the other them. I have voice pan French Vanilla and I have voice pan Thunderclap, and I was more a dancer before I really transitioned into the vocal part of it. You know, I was just somebody kind of sat me down one day and said, listen, you gotta stick with your strong point. Your strongest point is singing. So stick with that. You can't compete with them man. Them man they are sing 50 songs a day. You just need one song. Yeah. And I can serve it for a lifetime. And the moment they told me that, and I did my first production on I'm in Heaven, and I saw what that did for me, I was like, yo, this is it. It doesn't stop me from dabble back in dancehall, but no, again, I have to be careful of the content I'm putting out, you know?
By the way, the woman in Happy, your wife?
No.
I think she reappear in Every Time It Rains video too. So
no, because it's a okay. So here's the thing.
It's a running storyline.
Yeah, it's a storyline. We basically used both songs and made a storyline out of it.
Okay.
So Happy was basically we were happy, we were good, life is great. Every Time It Rains is more like a ghost story.
Yeah.
I am there, but I'm not really there. You know what I mean?
So it's like it's going to be a trilogy. Is there a third part?
Everybody asking that. You never know.
Okay.
You never know, you know? Yeah.
So speaking of having that one song, not to say I have that one song, but you have a one mega song always on my mind.
Yeah.
Like how much you would have say you reap from that one song? Cause a big song. Man.
Well, ever since I come out and I can't count on it, brother, it's been keeping me on the road.
Wow.
You know what I mean? I've been touring consistently. So even when they don't see me here, I'm still out there doing shows. You know what I mean? It's just that I love Jamaica, and more than even though I love performing everywhere, there's nothing like performing home for the home crowd. You know, but there's no way I'm gonna perform home for the home crowd and not be able to give the home crowd 100% of myself and give them a quality performance. So the platform I feel right. And that is why a couple of years, it's been years until Tony Rebel called me for Rebel Salute in 29. And I did Rebel Salute because of the platform. It allowed me that opportunity to perform how I wanted to perform for the people. I've had that platform since in Jamaica. So that's why I don't really accept any shows here. Until the platform come again where I feel like, yeah, this is it. You know what I mean? But now I shall change my people, you get me?
So in what way? Like what were they not giving you?
Like, for example, I mean,
the promoters.
People track shows in one corner around the so and each up on the stage with a bag, I'm gonna try compete for try pull the mic and you give me this. I'm not depend on something there. You see me? That's not. I want to give quality performance when I want a live band.
And that a dancehall thing to like.
Yeah, but
crooner, like singer for have them space and them time for do them thing.
Yeah, but remember, me I come from dancehall, so me used to do them thing there too. You get me? I said to you, I used to do that too as well, but I cannot do that anymore. You know what I mean? I want to have the live band, the big band behind me, and the platform to give them that energy there. You get me? I say to have chord arrangements and chord structures and performance. I love performing. I love that. There's nothing like creating music from scratch, and there's nothing like performing for the mass. You get me? Live music, the best music. You get me?
So hearing you talk about your love of performance now, what led you to take a break from performing and being involved in the music game? Because you took a break like 2012 or so.
I never took a break.
I think there was. I think this is like a report where you take a break because of family, like you don't want to take care of family issues.
Well, you see, here's what.
Looking back, you don't really consider it as a break.
Misconstrued. I think some people have it a little bit twisted in terms of when was the meaning of taking a break.
Okay.
To some people, taking a break is like, okay, you totally just, boom, jump off the scene and you can't do something else and you come back. I never really totally come off of the scene, but just kind of pull back a little.
Okay.
You get me? I was more picky. And, with the shows that I will take versus me taking everything and then ignoring other things totally that I wanted to do. And I wanted to do the military thing and I did that. You feel me? I wanted to take care of my kids from the jump, and that allowed me time to do that. I was there from birth. I saw my kids enter into this world. I was right there in the room. You feel me? The moment daddy held them for the first time, I change a diaper, I get piss pan, I get poop pan, I get puke pan. Them thing that you only have one.
All prerequisites of being a father.
You get what I'm saying to you? You only have one opportunity to experience that because the kid them grew up so fast. You know what I mean? And I got two of them. The first one was, we are going to go feed. The second one just pop up like, hey, I'm here. What's up? What you gonna do now? You know what I mean? I'm here for us to roll with the punches. You see me? But that was basically it. I just wanted to do something different that maybe my parents never did for me. You get me? I wanted to give my kids that experience and have that experience for myself as a man.
And you definitely found that, withdrawing a bit gave you more time to do the
man. And it gave me an opportunity to bond with my kids even more when they're younger and teach them certain things and even learn from them too. You know what I mean? Because kids not come with that manual, them might teach you like, okay, you feel me? So yeah.
But you said that you were in the military, so you entered the military in America?
Yeah. I did my stint. I did 3 and 3, and then automatic 2. I did 8 years. You know, and that was an item of career, but nobody knew. You know.
Yeah. That news to me for real. So why was that? What? Why? Yeah.
I've always wanted to join the military.
But you were a world touring singer.
I want to tell you we call it MEPS, which is where you go to sign a contract when you join the military. And the sergeant that was there in MEPS, the moment I put my signature on the paperwork, he said, when I was walking away, he said, "Superstar." I'm like, "Oh, yeah," and he said, "We own you now." Seriously.
Oh my God!
I didn't even know that dude who knew I was, because a part of me doing that is because I wanted to kind of experience having some kind of normalcy.
Yeah.
You know, because for years I never really had that. I was like, I just felt like people didn't see me anymore. Honestly, I just felt like people just see Davil.
Yeah.
You know, and I didn't even get, and even from some of my own family members, you know, I just felt like Orville wasn't there anymore. You know, like people now even family members started addressing me as Davil. I didn't really like it. So I'm like, you know what? I needed to go somewhere and nobody knew who I was, and just do something different and just do what I want to do for a change, you know, and not me having to answer the bell based on what somebody else.
But the military, though, the military is literally you answering, like doing what you're told.
No, but it's normal, because in a sense like this, normally me being the other person, like Davil, is me telling you what to do, and you know, telling the people around me that works for me, like where to go and what to do and certain things like that. Again, so let me just correct that part there. I wanted to go somewhere now, and I didn't expect to be told the way I was told. Maybe if I knew that, I wouldn't have gone. You know what I mean? Because
you did not do your research.
Well, nobody told me that they were going to tell me when to go poop and when to go sleep.
Yeah,
and
like
when to go brush my
literally,
teeth.
like.
I didn't know that. I thought like, oh, no, I didn't know that. You know what I mean? I didn't know none of that, because it got so bad that the sergeant nicknamed me Mr. Attitude, because I guess every time they told me to do something, I had an attitude. But I had to get with the program real quick.
Yeah.
I guess you knew right after you did sign the sitting when them say, yo, you belong to us.
Me, right?
Yeah, when it started, right? That's all the reality.
So wait, what? Like, can you detail like what was it? Was it reserve, and you know,
it was,
what parts of the
so
military were
it was basically I joined the reserve, but once you join the reserve, it's basically you go through the same process as everybody who join normally, because you're all trained together, you all go through basic and everything, and then you have the option. After basic training is when you really have the option. During that, like close to the end, if you're gonna go reserve or you're gonna go full-time active.
Yeah.
At one point I was thinking, you know what, let me just go full-time active and knock out 3 years and do so. But me, I said, but I'm a touring artist, or me I can do that, but I drop the thing them 100% them type of way. You get me? Some say, all right, reserve. You know, and that's why I went for the reserve at that time. But then the reserve now kind of gave me a longer stint than what the active would have given me for the 1 3 year. You know what I mean? I have to double up, you get me?
So like what? It was 6 years?
6 years with automatic too.
So wait, so you had to learn how to shoot, and were you in any action? And you didn't get caught for the...
Well,
America have no war.
Well, at that time, honestly, I was trying to get deployed. Really, I pushed to get deployed, but then my wife at the time wouldn't have it. She was like, "You're not doing that."
You're the only person I know like tried to seek out war. Like what? You weren't trying. You never did happy with your life.
No, man, I really wanted to have that experience, man.
Man wanted that action.
Seriously, I wanted to. You know what I mean?
Gonna shoot people.
Yeah, well, again. Honestly, at that time I wasn't.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
You see me?
Yeah.
At that time I wasn't, and then I never even think about that part of it. But as I think about, but then, you know, there are times when I'm like, you know what? Honestly, I'm glad that she taught me out of it, because maybe I wouldn't have been here right now. You know, because maybe that wasn't a good thought at all. I'm just thankful that I didn't.
But it's so crazy to me, because you are a touring artist. Like you had a career going, and a really successful one at that. So for you to make that transition to go into,
I know people think I'm crazy, but that's just me sometimes. I do other things too, but you ain't gonna talk about
the opposite of Shaggy.
Yeah, man.
So wait, again, so what I don't really know the terms and the technicalities, but the military. But was it a case where, what exactly were you doing? Like, did you have any specific role?
Yeah, I do. I had my MOS, which is my job description, was 92 Foxtrot. I was a petroleum supply specialist.
Okay.
Yeah, man. So I was responsible for fuel and everything that moves.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. That's an interesting life. You look, but sometimes when you sit back and you look and you say, my life is great.
My wife tell me, you need to write a book because your life is like crazy. You're like this, There's so many other things I do, and I know, but we can leave those alone. We'll just talk about
because I was just about to ask, is there something else that you want to try? Like, you want to go to the Navy? You want to be Top Gun?
No, there are other things I want to do, honestly. The thing is this with me, though. I never wanted to be a one-trick pony. You get me? Mm-hmm. I never wanted to feel like I'm just standing on one leg. Mm-hmm. I didn't want to feel like, okay, because I learned from earlier that music has no pension. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Sure. You have to, and then you only have one life to live, and you have to push yourself as much as you can and expand your capacity to learn and to absorb and to understand things in this life and experience things in this life that maybe you will never get another chance to experience. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to do all of these things. The funny thing is, when I left high school, now I'm a multi-comprehensive down there, so I wrote the military in Jamaica.
JDF?
Yes, I did. I wrote them.
You've always wanted to.
Yeah, man, I did. First of all, because at that time, the American Army used to advertise in the paper all year to basically for people to apply, and I wrote them. That fell through because I didn't have a green card. I didn't know I didn't have a green card. I never had one. I write a Jamaican, I'm a JDF. Just so happens that on the day when I was supposed to report is the day I got the response letter from them, sending me a bunch of requirements that I needed that I couldn't get in time. So that just fell through. Somebody say I God doing that, God have different plan. You see me? Yeah. But maybe if that came earlier, then I would have been in the JDF. You get me? I said to you.
You think that you'd have still pursued music if you went into?
Of course, why not? Music is my ultimate passion. What I wanted to do is just that I want to do other things too. But the music, once it interferes with the music, it has to go.
So the military in America didn't interfere with the music?
So when I did I did the reserve because I thought if I did the reserve, I could handle it. Yeah. It would be more manageable. In the beginning, it seemed that way. And then after a while, it really started interfering with it. But I'm like, you know what, just hold it out and just go through. Because you're already in there, you already comment. Them already own you, sign the contract. Where you're going to do. You know what I mean?
Word.
You feel me? But at the same time, you're able to do what you can until you can do more. You feel me? And so now I got out of that. Then I tried something else. And that was interfering, and I walk away from that too. What? I don't want to talk about that.
Okay.
Pimpin?
No.
You're like, what could that possibly be? Yeah.
Okay, so I was a certified EMT.
Yeah.
Emergency medical technician.
Yeah.
I went to school for that, did all of that, graduated.
That you literally could do anything in this world. Like if you literally decide to stop, like you could do something.
It's almost like you've lived like 3 different lives so far that we know of.
No, you saw that my wife know.
Yeah. What was the thinking though behind it? Because it's a case where did you always felt like maybe I can't sing forever, so just in case, like have something to fall back on?
I just wanted to. Well, that's a part of it too. Honestly, I'm gonna be real with that because again, music has no pension, and the one that I squander them money and I burn it up and in the last favor road boy, I tell you that straight. There's gonna come a point where next somebody will be in the top spot and you're gonna be there on the little branches on the stem trying to figure it out. Just make sure so you set yourself. You know what I mean? I wanted to set myself up financially and also intellectually. You feel me? And I also wanted to broaden my spectrum of things that I could do if I choose to do this or that or do everything. You feel me? So petroleum supply specialist in the military, qualified to shoot a target down at 300 meters on the range and stuff like that. Medical emergency technician that could tell you about the different bones and parts in your body and stuff like that and break it down for you. among other things. And there are other things I want to do too. You know what I mean? So that's just it. That's just me.
That's so cool. Like, it is really cool.
Yeah, man.
I feel like, and it feels like you're a whole person now. Like, there's more to you than just music and having this, like, one-track mind, as you say. But even to, like, your experience of living so many lives, like, it contributes, you think that it helps you creatively?
It does. It brighten your whole view on things. You know what I'm saying to you? I'm not just basically approaching a song from just a musician or a songwriter or producer take. I'm approaching that from different angles. You know what I'm saying to you? That's just me, you know? I just want to do what I want to do with this life that God has given me, you know?
And you said something interesting too, that you know that I guess you recognize that is the music thing is so fickle, and probably it's not fickle, it's just very temporary.
Yeah.
Like the stages of where you are at in the music game is very temporary. How you transition though, like how are you able to find, I guess, that peace with knowing that, well, it's okay, like you had your time or you're having your time, and you know how you make that transition into being okay with the stages of your music?
It is having someone or people around you that truly loves you and truly look out for you, that can really talk something to you and explain something to you that you will understand and that you will accept. I'm not an easy man to be with, you know. Sometimes I wonder how my wife do it, you know, but she does it somehow. And, you know, I know sometimes when she speaks to me about certain things, it's like butting heads, you know, but then after butting heads and I sit back and I think about it and I realize the realness, I'm like, you know what? There's a reason why she's having this conversation with me, because she really loves me. She really wants the best for me. And she wants me to understand that, listen, I know you love what you're doing, but you have to also keep in mind that this is a possibility.
Yeah.
You dig? And you have to prepare yourself for the possibility. Don't just lock into the one thing and saying, okay, if it's not this, then it's nothing else. You can have an aim and a view in life and you want to go for something you're inspired to go to.
Yeah.
But if you have the inspiration to go for it, go for it. But don't forget the realities of what is there along the wayside while you're going for it. Something can happen to you, you know what I mean? You get life insurance. You know what can happen to you. What happen to your kids if something happened to you?
Yeah.
Save, put some money in the bank, invest your money. What will happen tomorrow if music slowed down and then you don't have any other investment or any extra income coming in? What's going to happen? You know what I mean? The royalty checks on a hit record doesn't keep going up. Everything always keep increasing. The royalty check is doing this because it's based on the popularity of the song and how often it plays. And there are more popular songs being played now than On My Mind is being played now versus when it was a hit record back then. It's still popular, it's still playing, but there's something more popular now. You feel me? And you have to take all them things into focus. You know, don't just buy into the hype and think that, okay, the hype is going to last forever. It's not, you know?
Yeah. So, I mean, you said that your wife was teaching you, so you thought that initially like you'd always be on the hype forever, but she was the one that said...
Yeah, well, it's not just her. I've had great people around me, you know, that have given me good nuggets along the way. You know what I mean? I remember, you know, Donovan German from Pentos Record gave me some good nuggets. I've been around Barry Salmon, who gave me some good nuggets. Even my father gave me some good nuggets. You know what I'm saying to you? And my ex-wife at the time, when we were together, she gave me some good nuggets. You know, my current wife is really giving me the real nuggets, because back then I didn't have children.
Yeah.
Now I have children. So the nugget them kind of different, you know? Yeah, man.
That sounds like you have a real one, you know, in a car.
I said my whole lamp on it tight.
When you have the real, yo, you can tell even from the music video of every time it rains, you know, somebody in your life inspired that. I bring raindrops in the music video,
And my kids are in that video too. Yeah, see me. So yeah, she gave me 2 sweet ones, so of course.
See there. But I'm asking like But I'm asking because you're known also for doing cover songs. So do you enjoy doing original songs or cover songs more?
Honestly, Okay, I love, again, as I explained to you, I love creating stuff from the scratch and bringing it to fruition, but if I'm going to do it over, I don't call it like sing over, as some people would say, or cover. I call it rendition, because my own rendition, my own take on somebody else's material, because I add to it. I don't just go in there and try to sing it back exactly like what I'm singing. I try to go in it and then recreate it to a certain extent.
That's definitely the case, yeah.
You feel me? So I do enjoy that because I can add my creativeness to it. So I enjoy both. But if you're going to ask me to choose between both, definitely original.
So are you working on any new stuff? And I read that you're supposed to have an album coming out this year.
I have enough material to do to put out 5 albums now if I wanted to. Wow. But the problem with me is this. I was talking about the same thing last year with my brother and them Granty and the World Massive, and I say, yo, man, it's hard because every time I'm thinking, okay, I have enough thing. I'm gonna stop right here and just focus on the album. I get a dream and I get up with about 3 more ideas. I may have to run go back to the studio. You know what? There's no way I can put the album out and don't put these 3 songs on the album, and I'm back into trying to produce something to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying to you? But based on the response that I've been getting ever since with these songs, and people have been telling me we need an album now. Don't wait. And I'm like, you know what? This is it. I gotta just close my eyes. I'm gonna get the dream them, tape them, and just put them one side, I wait for the next boat. Yeah, so the album is coming out soon. The title of the album is called Breathe. Okay. It's for the title track for the album. A track that I basically wrote for my wife for her wedding day. You know what I mean? And I already...
That's just an easy thing. Like, you can't sing and you write song. Like, that's so easy.
Oh my goodness, really?
No, like the wind. Like, it's like,
so,
you can never do nothing wrong.
Yeah, man. So I wrote the song and I produced it and everything and finished it, mixed, master, and said, okay, I'm ready. But then I'm listening to the song and I'm like, you know what? I can do so much better with this. So I scrap it again, you know what I mean? And then I start, I lay back all the vocals the other day. And it's so weird. This morning I sent it off to my musician to recreate the beat and make it on me want it for me, so I can,
You're a perfectionist. It's
I am.
clear.
I am.
Is it difficult when people work with it? It's like,
I said, no, that's the reason why I don't work with people. Honestly.
Really?
It's not that I don't want to work with other producers, but I don't think them really see the vision I have for myself. And then I don't think they're willing to put in the time and effort that I want to put in. Because at the end of the day, it represents me. You produce a record and put it out. Them not talk about the producer, Them talk about the producer when it's time for credits and time for awards and stuff to be given out. But when a Davil song come out, who you say? Davil, right?
Yeah.
There you go, say if a jam.
Well, if it crap really produced, then me call out the producer and say, the production and sound too, right? That me still. I guess the everyman will point towards, easily point towards the singer.
Now I'm gonna say, boy, Davil song not sound good enough. Yeah. Song lame like dog, you know what I mean? So I don't want that. So I rather go and be the perfectionist I am and do my own thing until I find somebody who's like-minded who want the same for me and them coming together and doing something. I work with different people. I work with people all over the world. I work with, for example, Happy is a co-production between me and a Sketch Carry out of the Bahamas.
Okay.
Every time it rains, that beat and it was mixed and it was mastered by one individual from the Solomon Islands, near to Papua New Guinea and Australia. But the reason why I work with these people is because I have creative control. You know what I mean? Nothing is moved until I say it is moved. If they play something and I don't like it, I say I don't like that. Change that to this.
I think them on the same wavelength as you are.
Because at the end of the day,
work ethic.
It's my product. It's coming out on my label and it's my production. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Where in the world can you go now, or you see where Davil is, the love and reception that you get is unmatched to this day?
All over. I mean, when I went to the Solomon Islands and did that New Year's Eve, that New Year's show, I had no idea. Nobody even knew who I was. When they told me Solomon Islands, I was like, what? Where is that?
Yeah, you had to look it up.
Which Caribbean island that?
Exactly. I thought the same thing. I'm like, Solomon Islands? Where is that? It was like, it's like next to Australia. I'm like, there's islands next to Australia? Like, yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah, so when I went there and I saw the love and the crowd that came out for me and the reception that I got, I was like, yo, you know, even I went to, what's the Spice Island called again? Grenada?
Yeah.
I went to Grenada not so long ago. And the same amount of people that was in the club was outside the club trying to get into the club just to come and see Davil. So, you know, I'm just happy that I did the kind of music that I did. So I have a catalog that I can still command that kind of presence somewhere around the world. You know?
The importance of a catalog.
Right? And then just solid hit songs, like, you know, can play forever. Like, you can literally be a 70-year-old man singing, always on my mind. It'd be weird if you're 70-year-old man I talk about Marafly and then something. It's like,
It go weird. It go
True,
weird.
man.
go take your walk and see.
Can be a little up and go there.
Yeah, you know, so it's important. Like, I think one of the beautiful things about being a singer, especially reggae singer, is like no matter what, if you do really good songs, they will live forever in perpetuity. Like Bob Marley, like me I watch Cable and Bob Marley song a pop up and a play.
Yeah, man. Same, man. Bob Marley at same, man. Other than probably all of it.
Yeah.
And this based on album sales.
Yeah.
Charts,
Man, stay at, brother.
Yeah.
You have any like contractual thing with VP?
No.
Okay.
I don't have any contractual doings or dealings or association or commitment or any kind of album, any kind of written deal in any way, shape, or form with VP Records.
That's so specific. It's like,
no, I need to make it specific because I think that people sometimes when you're not specific with them, they still think that there's a link.
Yeah.
There's no link at all. You know?
So was it negative? Because it
wasn't negative. No negative. It's just that I understood that I needed to operate my thing a different way from how they operate their thing, and they operate their thing or they operate their thing. We just decided to just part ways. You know what I mean? Amicable agreement. You know what I mean? I still respect them. You know what I mean? I understand it's business. At the end of the day, and that is what some of us need to understand. It's business. It's nothing personal. You get me? Get the business right and you're good. Yeah, man.
So you're independent. So
independent. Been so for many years, even more so now. You know, Global Merchant Music Group. That's my label. Feel me? Yeah.
So you have any like I've always wondered to like with singers, is there any goal to like find the next upcoming reggae crooner, in Jamaica and sign.
It's a criminal or whatever.
No, it's a crooner. You said it, not me.
Listen,
Davila tried to tell us something, right?
Yeah, but in terms of a crooner, honestly, I dabble. Reggae is my main foundational music and art form. You know what I mean? But because I grew up in the 80s, when the radio was saturated with many different genres of music. So I'm a fan of a lot of different genres. I listen to country, you know what I mean, pop, rock, you know, I listen to it all. You feel me? And I guess that's why when you hear a Davil song, you can hear the fusion. You know, when you listen to Can't Get Away, you hear the guitar. That's country. You know, I literally told them I want that in the song. Yes, exactly. You feel me?
Those are country strums.
Yeah, man. So to say, if I'm going to look for the next crooner, I think I'll be basically putting myself in a box. I'm looking for the talent, regardless of what the genre is. If it's great talent, it's just great talent. And if I can help it by helping them to own their skills and, you know what I mean, help to point them in the right direction and in terms of production or whatever it is, I'm willing to do that, you know.
Because I'm like, that probably could be the next phase of your life where, you know, you're a music executive.
Yeah, man.
Speaking of, may I have asked about the current feel now, as singers, because it feel like, you know, back like in the early 2000s, approaching 2010s, there were more singers, and even with the rhythms, them, you know, you found,
catered to singers.
You know, the roots reggae rhythms, them, they cater to singers. What do you think about the current crop now, and, you know, do you think that there is a drought of singers as opposed to, you know, back in the day?
I think that there are a lot of singers there who just aren't singing because everybody kind of try to do the chop thing. You know what I mean? All singers that try chop the brother. Singers that try chop and wap. Leave
melodically,
it alone. Yeah, leave it alone, man. You feel me? We all can't do that, you know? The music is broad. Reggae music is a big house with a lot of different rooms in it. You know what I mean? You have ska, what else you have? Reggae, you have one chop, you have lovers track, you have this, you have that. You have dancehall, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, but not because dancehall is thing right now means say if you run left the foundational reggae and jump and dive in after the dancehall when that's not your strong point. You know, over here, so roots are your strong point. Stick with the roots because guess what? It's like a wheel. As some music stay, you know what I mean? It's gonna come back around to the roots eventually. Where are you gonna be at that time? You're gonna jump off a dancehall and jump back in the roots now. You know what I mean? Look how you up on your road boy car. You know what I mean? Yeah, chop I know you're sing about Natty Dread. No.
I mean, when we speak to them, some of them give off that impression that they're basically going with what's popular and just going with the wind, basically. You know, wherever the
That's
wind
the problem. Some man go with the wind and them win, see them on some big wall and can mash them up. Can mash them up. You know what I mean? You can't do that. If Bob was doing that, where would Bob be right now? You hear the Marlies them I talk about chop. And you're not one. I talk about chop. Because the man them understand the thing. You hear Chronix a chop. Because him understand the thing. Protege understand the thing. Lila, Ike understand the thing. You get me? I said to you, this brother on the rise, Hector Lewis, him understand the thing. When I see him a chop, he must stick to him strong point and understand the music that at the end of the day, this part of the music is just as powerful, maybe even more powerful than the other areas of the music. Dancehall powerful, don't get me wrong, you know. But when it comes to the foundation of reggae, nothing. No, really overstep that. Because when the festival them are going, me not say the dancehall artists are fly out. When the festival them happening, look it up for yourself.
Tell them about these festivals that you speak of. Because I feel like some of them don't really know like what you're talking about.
How many people you ever been perform in front of?
35,000 plus people.
Wow.
The festival them, all type of people in the festival them coming to see reggae music. You get me? I said to you, man, not here don't do your thing, you know. You can chop all you want because there's a fan base for it. If there wasn't a fan base for it, then you wouldn't be singing it. You see me? But if you are an artist who have the ability to do something else within the genre, and it is your strongest point at whatever it is you can do, stick to that.
You shouldn't sacrifice.
Don't sacrifice that to go do something where you don't strong. Pun. Can me do it already, I can tell you. Seriously. Bad man no make no. And all of the tongues where no them again. Is the message here? But do that. I'm realize it was hard for me to do this every day. Every day I do this. Because my energy level up like Ellie.
You can't do that when you're 70.
You see me?
Can't do that.
Listen to me good, brother.
That's hilarious.
The dexterity, it's a lock.
Brother, but go. Let me tell you something, man. I wake up real fast. I got the opportunity to go to Japan to do 3 shows. Didn't know that I was headlining the shows. Didn't know what was going to be required of me. And the man them said, come, 3 shows Japan, $1,000 each. I never held at even $500 in my hand for any shows up to that point. So $1,000 come like enough money to me. Because Japan now and I'm dead it. The promoter say, Mr. Davil, you close show. I look on the flyer and see my face bigger than everybody on the flyer. So me I say, me close show? The man say, yeah, you close show, you headline act. So me I say, okay, so headline act, how long you want me to perform for? 45 minutes to 1 hour. Remember, at that time, if nobody knew or knows, at that time, the longest I've ever performed for any platform was 10 minutes.
Wow.
And this dude is telling me to perform for like 45 minutes to an hour. You feel me? And me, run out now. Watch that.
It's funny.
King. Run out. Tip, 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 tip. All I did. See, after a while, about 1 song, 2 song. All I know them. Make me.
You're breathing out of sorts.
Honestly, for the next,
Feel tired,
probably for the next 40 minutes of the entire performance, I was out of breath.
Wow.
Because I didn't know how to gauge myself. Because me, I think, I just that energy, boom, bam, bam.
I feel like it probably was best to start with that.
Yeah.
And you're into it, don't get me wrong, but me know me I feel on the stage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Brother? So,
You probably try keep a straight face and not show it.
you see me?
Inside you say, yo, not dead.
Yo, I was
But you look
loose.
like you're fit, so it's after
That
that
time?
you get
No,
into
man,
the fitness.
I'm into fitness long time, but at that time I realized that it's more than just fitness.
Yeah.
It's a thing called you have to balance yourself
Yeah, because-
and control. You dig?
Exactly, because you might even be fit, but like breath control
Yes.
in performing certain
Yes.
songs after doing them type of high tempo.
So you
Song,
realize that
thing.
always on my mind is so much easier.
So
to do.
much better. I can just walk. I can stand up one place on the stage.
Yeah, man, can sit up on a stool.
sit down on a stool.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna have to do this the whole night. And I might something that no, I don't hey, honestly, I have to take off my hat to all the artists like Elephant Man.
Yeah.
When it comes to
Different.
that,
Different.
Yeah, man.
me
different,
I for just say, yo, do your thing, yeah. Me not do
The
that
king
something.
of performing.
man.
Undisputed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, man, for real.
That's hilarious.
I learn real fast. Real fast.
After, you know, after
But
in
just
this
come back
game.
and just start sing bass song, yeah, man. No more dance for me, but good.
Like your wife advise about everything, just say, babes, take it easy.
Take it easy, man.
Let's take it easy with
Yeah,
that song.
man. I mean, I still do dancehall, but see them something that whenever I realize now that I kind of had to get down the art of performing, you know, and I watch people like the likes of Beanie Man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I learned so much from being around Beanie Man, his performance. I learned a lot from Shaggy too. You get to me, I say, and then I come to know I learn a lot from Barris, and then I watch Usher and them man there, and I kind of learn that, you know what, certain things you can do on stage to help you to enhance your performance, you know, and who better than Beanie Man? None. I'm just saying, real talk. The man is a
And if you do that skank,
It's not
easy.
Not
And he was
easy.
going through illnesses at certain times in career.
True.
Different breed.
yes.
David give thanks for
Amazing.
passing through though. You see me
So
and
sad.
talking with us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're an
man.
interesting person. Yeah.
Thank you.
I say, we can't do this and we not talk to man like David. We do this all these years.
But the thing is, I never even know. Come here, I said, David, Mukaki move because it feel like most singers too.
Yeah.
It's like gonna make some song, on make on a bag of money, and then on find one foreign man and marry them.
Listen, I had no intention to. If somebody told me I would be living in Florida right now, I'd be like, no way, I'm not live Jamaica for nothing. I mean, this is home still. Because I'm gonna come out for the plane and touch ground. The boy can't tell me nothing, you know. I'm my places and you get the message here, brother. But again, the business requires me to be out there in the world because I don't make money here. I don't. Honestly, don't.
No,
You know what I mean? And I need to be somewhere where if somebody want to book me, I have to go to the red tapes and, you know what I mean, the bag of different intricacies that comes along with you having to leave Jamaica to go somewhere else to go perform.
Yeah.
To go sit down in our embassy 1 day and 2 days and like me, I beg you, I look a stamp in my book for go perform. You know what I mean? So I will set up myself. You know what I mean? I set up myself and it just happened that I got set up somewhere else. And, you know, though I love being home. You know, that's my home too.
Yeah.
My kids are there. My wives are there.
You're a citizen.
I
of
am a
America.
citizen.
Oh, okay.
You feel me? But citizen of Jamaica forever. Yes, I'm a never drink
Just
up.
right.
Man can't tell me nothing. You dig?
Just right.
Yeah.
David give thanks, you know.
Yeah,
Any,
man.
you have a date in mind when you drop the album?
Yeah, well, right now I'm setting for fall.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I just need to
You're
get
so
back.
American. Fall.
Yeah, well, it's like if you go to because the KFC, yesterday I could buy some KFC chicken and the lady said, what can I, what do you want? I say I'm dark meat.
Wait,
Dark meat. She said dark meat. I'm American, I can't tell.
get out. If I was there, I was like, get out. Dark meat, get out.
I said, what you mean?
Better come out, Tasha.
She said, yo,
Dark meat.
when you hear them say dark meat, you might talk about leg and tie. I just leg and tie, not dark meat.
Yeah.
You get me? But yeah.
They know the thing.
What can I say, man? But thank
ja.
you guys so much for having me on your platform. And it's a privilege and a pleasure to be here. You know what I mean?
Same
Honestly.
here.
Yeah.
Same here.
Yeah.
There I talk to you. I mean, what the people them can
Stalwart.
find up on the socials?
Yeah, well, of course, you know, we have Twitter, IG, Facebook, and TikTok. And it's all of those four social is Daville Music on all four platforms. And then I have the website officially, davillemusic.com. everything is there. All my links are there and everything. I'm in the process of setting up my online store for my merch. If you notice, up there. You see me, yeah, man. So, and then in terms of the booking, it's bookdavilmusic@gmail.com, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah, man.
There you go.
All right, people at Davil, at the fix and we that.